I'ma get right to it though. I woke up on my grind, trying to get this money every time I'm dropping jewels. You gotta read between the lines. They rather hate you, love is blind. Instead of girls, we love the crime. We love the light, but fuck the cops. It's word to pop, this shit my time, this shit is mine. I hold my 9 inside this cold world to keep me warm. Through the fire, spitting fire, now you keep me strong. I made a promise to my fam, I said that we be on.
All right, so this is Kim GoodLook Seabrook. You are here with David Bars. David Bars, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Representing Validator Magazine. So we appreciate your time. And we're going to jump right into this interview.
Okay.
And I want to know if you could give me a little history. What was like your earliest memory of hip-hop and its culture?
Around Wu-Tang era. I was young though. I was like, that's when I started getting into it, like 4, 5.
Wow, yeah, you had to be young because that was my era, right?
Yeah, I wasn't really into like the stuff you was into or as deep. You feel me? Like a couple ones that stuck out.
Well, that's dope though. What was it about Wu-Tang that inspired you?
I like Method Man out of all of them. I like him the most for some reason. Thought Method Man was dope at the time.
Yeah. His voice, his skills.
Yeah, he was dope. I still like Method Man to this day.
That's what's up.
He's still dope. That's what's up. Word, shout to Method Man.
Yes, woo, all day.
That's what's up. Word.
Being a Bronx native, how has the borough's culture influenced you as an artist?
I mean, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the Bronx and like the people that came out the Bronx, like the official people that came out the Bronx is like, you know what I'm saying? It was epic at the time.
Like name
you
a
had
few.
Pun, you had Boy George, you had from like, damn, who else? I'm just saying Bronx in general.
In general, right?
Yeah. Not even no rap.
So how has it influenced you as an artist?
The Bronx. You know what I'm saying? KRS-One is from the Bronx.
Right.
There's so many names. And to this day, people still coming from the Bronx. So the culture is everything. Like Cardi B, she's lit. She's from the Bronx. Remy Ma, she's from the Bronx.
Right.
Joe. That's it, man. The list goes on. So it's a big part of, you know what I'm saying, why I do what I do, because I was around it. So it was, you know, I got influenced by it. So it became easy.
What was that moment that said, I'm going to be a rapper?
I was like 10. Yeah, I was like 10 and I was so confident, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was me, like, coming up. Like, I wasn't scared of nothing. I was confident, like, my shit could be trash and I was on some, I'll be back, you feel me? Like, I'll be back.
Right.
Yeah, it just motivated me. And that's when I started getting into the Jay-Z's, the Nas's, the Puns, the Bigs, like,
that's what's up.
The Big L's. And then I started, like, really becoming a student and just, like, you know, seeing how they do things and studying that shit for mad long. But I listened to it for the most part, even if I wasn't rapping, because I would go on and off. But
What you mean go on and off?
Like with rap, at that time I would go on and off.
Like you do it and then stop, take a break, and then go back into it.
Like, that was for many years. I ain't really go.
If you wasn't rapping, what do you think you'd be doing?
I don't know, man. Yeah. You know, I think I'd be in business or something like that. I'm good with business, so I'll probably be dipping in that, something of that nature.
Gotcha. So we're here at the infamous DITC Studios.
Yeah, this is my second house.
I know, this is your family.
I'm always in here. Man.
How did that happen? Give us a little history.
Man,
I heard a little earlier, but you know, tell us from you.
I met Sho at a young age. I met Sho at a young age through a mutual friend and stuff like that, and vibe with him. Used to come to the studio and chill. You know, times I recorded. That's how I met Pops. And I used to just vibe, and you know, years went past. I got older. I was like 15 when I met Sho. So I got older. I hit like 18. I moved out of town. I went to PA. I lived over there for about 6 years.
Okay.
5, 6 years, something like that. And I was on a whole different type of time at that time. Like, I jumped from doing one thing to a whole completely different other thing. But I was good at it, and I like doing this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
meaning the music?
Short, no music.
Oh, something.
Shit.
Okay, got you.
Yeah. So I was doing that or whatever. I would come back because I would do what I was doing, and then I would come back over there to have fun with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know nobody here.
Right. All
my homies is over here. So we gonna take what we got here, go out there, spend a weekend, come back. I was on that type of thing, and I went back to D&D. That's how it all started again. I went back to D&D, and I linked up with Show again.
What's D&D? What's D&D?
D&D Studios. Okay. It was headquarters. It was the one he was at previous to this one. You know what I'm saying? And went back over there, was vibing. I was recording over there. You know what I'm saying? I mainly used to go around and just chill and just be in the loop, because who I was around was like, damn, like I'm kicking it with Show. I'm with these. I'm with I'm with. So I was young, you know.
And they was older. Fun. Good influence for you.
So another same thing. Years passed again. Now I got a daughter. Now shit is a little different, but I come through here. It was funny because I seen the page on the gram, and I sent it a DM or whatever. Long story short, I got the address, came here, and that's how we got back.
That's what's up.
Which involved all of this now that we talking about, because that's really when all of this started. But we've been in the mix with each other for
quite some time.
Yeah, like over 12 years, something like that. Right. 13 years.
So I'm gonna call these legends like organic, like some vitamins, like you get nutritional value.
Yeah.
What are you getting? What nutritional value are you getting from working with them? Like, there's got to be.
It's a lot. It's you know, it's mostly I'm learning life. You know, they give me knowledge on certain things, and you know they drop a lot of jewels on me. So.
And it changed your outlook on
the whole. You know, just having these dudes, and you know, from who they are and what they've done, to them wanting to be involved in what I do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like that in itself alone is like already. You know what I'm saying? So once you set the bar
that's
there,
what I'm saying. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like, this is nutritional value. Like, this is nutrients. This is like
but you gotta
a daily dose of
you
what
gotta
you need
be that right nigga to bring it in. Like, you can't just, you could get all this shit and still not do nothing with it.
Right.
We seen it happen to a lot of people. So it's all about what you do with the jewels, with the gems. Like, what are you gonna take from it? What are you gonna build yourself to give on to somebody behind you?
Exactly.
So in my mentality, that's how I'm thinking. Like, I want to be like the Hove to the niggas before me, because Hove is my favorite rapper.
Okay.
And every time I heard Hove, I went to write raps again. Like, I had to go back in. Like, it inspired me to rap. Like, Jada did that to me too. Like, I hear Jada, and I'd be writing.
Yeah, because he's
like, he be saying
his stuff is so that's why he's not mainstream, because he's too dope.
Yeah. That's a fact.
You stated music is an emotion. So what kind of emotions do you want your fans to feel when they hear your music?
It's all type of emotions. I feel like you got to make emotions for everything. I want people to be happy. I want them to learn stuff. I want them to see that there's hope, there's opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a regular street kid from the Bronx, and we making shit happen. Like, we ain't sitting still, and like we alright, we coming. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So all right. What separates you from the other artists?
As far as the new artists that's out, or like artists in general.
Any artist in general, pretty much. Anybody who's out. What separates you? What makes you bars? What makes you David Bars?
I got bars. But I feel like, I'm not trying to be other artists. I think that's what separates me. You know, I'm in my own lane. I'm doing what I do. I stick to that. So it's like I'm not jumping in what everybody else doing. And if I am, they vouching for it. It's not no, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's what separates it from it. That's really all it is. So
your music is about the streets, inspirational.
Just things I've been through. Things I've experienced, things I've seen. I even took like things that happened and I wrote songs about it. Like, I did the Khalif Browder story. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it.
I'm familiar.
I did a whole song on the Khalif Browder story, but I spoke in like reverse as if I was him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like that's the record that got will.i.am's attention and had him pull up on me.
See?
That was the record, the Khalif Browder. So I do things like that too.
Right.
Where I take movies or I flip it.
And
you know what I'm saying? I like to get creative with it, and that's what makes me different.
That's what makes it different.
So it all coincides with each other, you know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Besides music, is there anything you're also looking to get into, like behind the scenes, maybe production, movies? Like,
definitely.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm glad you asked. Exactly what you just said.
Both.
I want to do the movies. I want to do the clothing.
Okay.
I want to do a lot of things. I'm gonna do real estate. I'm gonna
buy the block, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy the block. Couple more blocks.
Right.
You need land. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's how we doing it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a fact.
How have you grown since your first project in 2011, The Wait Is Over, in comparison to your latest project, Bars and Beats?
I was a kid, you know. I was having fun, but I was smart. I wasn't a dumb kid. I was smart.
Right.
I did dumb shit.
Right. We all did.
I never got caught.
Right.
So I was smart in a sense. But yeah, that's the only thing that changed. I grew up. I've experienced way more. I got way more responsibilities. You know, I do more in general. And I do.
What was your music like back then in 2011?
I would say the same thing. When I dropped Position of Power and all that, like I knew how to pick beats. I knew what sounded good. Like I said, I still stood in my lane. So it was like I was doing something that made me stick out. So it was like he don't sound like them. He sounds like bars. Like my name came from just having bars, and my name's David. So Show gave me the name actually. Fun fact. He gave me the name, and that's how that came about.
That's what's up. So I see you working on a new album this year.
Yeah, we working on.
Who's gonna be featured on it? You got like production and artist
what album we
wise.
talking about, because I got some other things in the works.
I seen you working with Corey.
I got about
you working
like
with Corey Guns.
maybe
Premiere.
2 projects. Maybe 2 projects before the album.
Okay.
So it's basically 2 more albums before the album.
Before the album. Okay.
Yeah, but we gonna figure it out. It's not really set in stone yet. So.
But you've been working with some heavy hitters.
Yeah, I worked with it.
Drop some names. Who?
Of course, I got DJ Premier on there. Production wise, we have Buck Wild on there.
Nice.
We have Lord Finesse on there. Showbiz, of course. We have the Beat Miners. We have, who else? Maestro.
Okay.
Maestro's on there.
It's a lot, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, just that alone right there, we already know that this next project is gonna be dope. You don't have to drop everybody, yeah, but
feature wise, I have Corey Guns on there.
Right. I see y'all working.
Fat Joe on there.
Okay.
I have will.i.am.
That's super dope.
Who else? I got 38 Special. RJ Payne, I have him.
Okay. Shout out to RJ Payne.
Yeah, if I forget any names. So,
it's all good.
Yeah, we just been working, man. You know, that's the thing. I like to hear my voice on new records, honestly.
As you should.
And that's how I just keep rapping. Yeah, like.
What inspires you to be great?
Just getting there. Saying I got there. Like
what do you think is gonna make you say you get there? Is it?
Why, it sound like I'm gonna be chasing it?
No,
like
no.
Every time I get a little closer?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, what?
That's a fact.
You know?
I mean, I feel like you just know. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. Like.
Well, I think you clearly on your way. I mean,
I feel like that.
I guess whatever point you're trying to get to. I mean, I think the features alone, who you got. I mean, production also. Like, I mean, that's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, another artist would love to be in your shoes right now. So I think you're at a good space right now. But I know there's always room for growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It takes time. Just gotta, go with it.
You're definitely on the right path, so much respect.
I appreciate it.
So I know the music industry could be very evil and deceitful and so many things with the music industry. How can you balance yourself to remain true to who you are?
I think it's all a matter of being who you are, and not changing along the way. Which means, like, you can't. Sometimes you might not notice little stuff you do, but it's always about having good people around you to let you know when you're doing those things.
Right.
When you don't see it and they see it, that's what they there for.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Vice
We just had
versa.
that discussion. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely about that. And like I said, just remain true to who you are. You know what I'm saying? Me, I focus on the art, so I'm always gonna have fun. Like, and that's the key. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You gotta have fun.
That's what's
You
up.
can't make it. It can't feel like a job. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, you at a great age. You're like, because you can relate to both the older generation and the younger generation. But what kind of inspiring words can you give to somebody else who would like to do what you do?
I always tell people when they ask me, or like when rappers come up to me like younger, and they be inspired, and I just tell them it's a long road. It's a journey. Like, you gotta be strong enough to deal with what comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
And what comes? What comes?
It's
with
a lot.
It?
It's a lot. It's
the
I
greed,
can't really
right?
sit there, you know what I mean, pinpoint each one out. You know, but it's a lot, and you gotta be. Your mental gotta be there. You know what I'm saying? You have to know how to think in certain situations. You gotta know how to move. You gotta know when to move. You gotta know everything, the ins and outs. Like, so, and not even with that, like, to practice your craft all the time takes time. You have to put in the time, because some dudes is nice naturally, but they still gotta work on their stuff. Because you get put in the studio like right now and they come up with a song, you got an hour, right? And then you can't come up with a song.
So you quick like that?
You have to be in certain situations. If I like the joint and I get a vibe right away, it's on, like, yeah.
Right.
But if I'm not feeling something, I'm gonna keep going through stuff
some time.
until I find the right one. So
that's
for the most part. Yeah.
So any last words you want to say to anybody out there?
I mean, just, you know, we're going to keep inspiring. We're going to keep teaching the youth. We're going to spread love, you know what I'm saying? And we're going to do it the right way.
Indeed.
You know
Let them know where they can find you, David.
David Bars _ IG. I don't have Facebook. David Bars on Twitter.
YouTube. David Bars.
Everything is David Bars.
Right.
Everything. SoundCloud, iTunes, all the other shit, Spotify, everything David Bars.
We appreciate you.
I appreciate that. What's the name again?
Validator Magazine.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I'm tired of these fuck niggas. They step inside the booth and be fabricating the truth. What's up with you? I don't see the pride in that. Like, how you proud of that? Money's worth more than respect. I'm not allowing that. I'm so New York. When I rhyme, I bring the towers back. I don't sleep, chase the bag, get a power nap. They love me for what I do. Headshot right up close. If I step inside the puddle, turn my shoes pyro. Ladies love me like Cool J. Wait, niggas done use that. I can scoop your grandmas and make her get a groove back. Love me for what it's worth and then hate me for nothing. I'd rather be broke than have niggas pay me for frontin'. You fuck around and take my style, better pay me for something. I'm giving lessons on this ish, they gon' pay me for stuntin'. Come on, come on, come on. You couldn't rap a present, I out-rap, I'm a rapper legend. Compare me to past and present, my mind is a loaded pistol. It's like I'm grabbing the west and I shoot in the right direction. I used to live in a section 8 apartment, they started to lower my mama food stamps. Went outside to make some real cash, I'm a true champ. Brought it back to the fam, dodging the black vans. Ain't trying to sit in the back of it, that'll mess up my plans. Fuck the police, middle finger high, fuck the police. I've been in the gym but my pockets is looking obese.